Before we study in detail about the bacterial transformation, we need to know the certain terminology, that is what is a bacterial strain. As a prokaryotic species is a collection of strains that share many stable properties and differ significantly from other group of strains. As you can see from this picture here, these are some microbial communities, or you can say these are some bacterial colonies, and each colony is given with a unique color. All the physical appearance of all cells is almost same, their structure and their length is same, but they are colored differently. It means all these bacterial cells belongs to same species but are different strain. Virulence is the pathogens or microbes' ability to infect or cause a disease in its host. And transformation is the process of uptake of DNA by a bacterial cell from the medium, that means from its surrounding medium, and then maintenance of this taken DNA in a heritable form. This transformation process is an active process. It means it requires energy. Streptococcus pneumoniae, the bacterium that causes pneumonia, and the pathogenicity or virulence of this bacterium is due to the presence of a polysaccharide capsule in its surrounding, and this polysaccharide capsule is causing the virulence of this bacterium. In 1923, Frederick Griffith identified two strains of Streptococcus pneumoniae. One is the S strain, that is smooth strain. Why it is called smooth? Because it has a polysaccharide coat and produces smooth shiny colonies. That's why it is called S strain. The other strain is R strain or rough strain. It lacks a polysaccharide coat and the colonies are irregular, and hence it is known as rough colonies. The R strain is non-virulent because it does not have a polysaccharide coat, unlike the S strain, which is having a polysaccharide coat and thus causes pneumonia, or we can say the S strain is causing disease. Now we understand this figure, what it says, that this beaker shows the colonies of S strain that is causing disease, and whenever these S strain bacterium, pneumococcus bacteria, are injected in a mouse, then these bacteria causes pneumonia and this mouse dies. The other experiment is here the living R strain, and as we know the R strain is non-virulent, and when this R strain living cells are injected in the body of the mouse, then there is no disease in the mouse and the mouse continues living. Now the third experiment is the S strain is heat killed. As we know that whenever the heat is provided, then it causes the death of the bacteria, and hence this due to heat the S strain is killed now. And when these heat killed S strain that were causing disease previously are injected in a mouse, then there is no symptoms of disease and the mouse continues living and surviving. And the fourth experiment, here it is a mixture where the living R strain, here the R strain is non-virulent, and dead S strain. Now the S strain is again non-virulent because these cells are heat killed. It means both living R and dead strain both are non-virulent, and when this mixture is injected in the body of the mouse dies due to pneumonia. Why it happened? It is due to which type of bacteria were collected or isolated from the body of this dead mouse. These are S strain or living S strain bacterium were identified or isolated. It means that the R strain, the cells were living, now transformed to S strain due to certain unknown mechanism, and that's why this experiment is known as transformation. In 1944, three researchers, Oswald Avery, Maclean McCarty and Colin MacLeod, set out to identify Griffith's transforming principle. It means that what causes the transformation of R strain into S strain, and at the time it was an unknown mechanism and unknown causes, and after several experiments, several evidence, these three scientists could identify that this transforming principle is actually the DNA that is responsible for conversion of this R strain into a virulent S strain, and that's why DNA is considered as a genetic material. Thank you.